keep your fist in the air. No rules, no fair. So many people died in war. The suits of government say don't care. They kill off the witnesses. Survival of the fittest. They wanna get us punch drunk so we can't fight the revolution. Pop in the trunk. Keep your weapons for protection. The youth, they got no direction. They want us to kill each other off. Population control. Taking your soul. The devils are so cold. Check out the gangs in blue. They're coming for you. Oh, they're coming for you. Watch out for the gangs in blue. They're coming for you.
The judicial system was originally developed in England in the 1800s. This system was designed to protect the rich, persecute the poor, and control the land through enclosure. Enclosure is a historical process where policy of fencing in waste or common land to make it private property. One of the chief effects of enclosure was to increase the number of landless workers. This unjust system has since blossomed into a racist, heterosexist, classist, ableist tool of the United States. Here in Philadelphia, it is being taken to extremes. Just listen to the voices of the people.
My kid's not here. He's dead because of him. He ruined my life. I'd like him to go to hell and rot there forever.
Ma'am, come on.
No, you know what he told everybody in court? They need to be held accountable for their actions. You need to be. Do you remember me? Do you remember me? Do you remember my son, an all-star wrestler? He's good. He shot himself in the heart. You scumbag.
Kids for cash. Cash for kids.
Kids for cash.
Cash for kids.
Kids for cash scheme.
Here's how prosecutors say it worked. Young offenders, often with no prior record, were brought before these judges for charges as minor as stealing change from cars or writing prank notes. The judges shipped them off to private detention facilities, which got county money to house them. In exchange, the judges allegedly received money for each offender. They also received payoffs for the initial construction and operation of these juvenile jails.
That is the ultimate corruption of our criminal justice system.
I'm as real as it get, you as fake as they come. My man Ice, he be joining, just banging for fun. We got fucked up hood, just making it fun. My pop was never there, call himself making a son. Niggas like you, grind for some fresh sneaks, blow it all at the mall, y'all be broke next week. These niggas trash, is they that weak? The Francisville, I was raised in the best streets. Grew up with real niggas, that's why I'm like this. Your bars fake, you be spitting
the motherfucking builders down there. Philadelphia, man, the motherfucking buildings, man. You look at that Joe, man. It's just automatically gonna make you think of some bullshit, man. This city fucked up.
It's tight, man. Live from the Ville. I mean, all that court shit, like my man said, that shit dead. Like, man, I'm in the system now. They trying to fuck me over now. As I'm talking, they fucking me over. Man, nut ass judge I got, man. Everybody know him, man. Name Reynolds. Everybody know him. He fuck everybody over. Probably fucked you over.
That's for them hustlers and them cold killers. That's for them project niggas that's popping four-wheelers. That's for them bosses that's about their business. I'm in the jungle with gorillas, banana clip pillars, make it hot in December. Shooters that be chopping like a blender. Rappers just pretenders. It's time to put it in India. I'm right outside the perimeter. You knew me way back when. I don't remember you. It's about that time and I'm the champion, you the challenger. I'm in the mix pitching. I give a fuck about the 9th district. If I don't get it, then somebody gonna die. When it's war, you expect him to ride. I take the trip along with some heat by my side. Asking questions, I don't say shit. I'm going hard like a nigga with 10 kids that pay rent.
You mean they going back, looking at the adults and shit, taking some of them out the prison and shit for little things, so they can make more more placement for the youth. The government making more money from the youth than they doing from the adults. You mean they providing us with it so we can sell it. Like all that shit is a cycle for real. They starting to do this law, 3 felonies and you got life. Like, fuck is that? You have a felony since you was a young boy. Go to the store, steal some beer, get another strike for that. You gonna give me life for stealing a beer?
Damn.
The issues that I have with the court systems is that it's nothing about money. They don't care about anybody's well-being. They don't care about anybody's safety, health, security, or any of those things.
The forced removal of indigenous peoples and enslavement of those of African descent mark beginnings of a system of racial injustice from which our country has yet to break free. From public educational institutions where students of color are too often confined to racially isolated, underfunded, and inferior schools, to a criminal justice system that disproportionately targets and incarcerates people of color.
It is just wonderful to be back in Oregon, and over the last 15 months we've traveled to every corner of the United States. I've now been in 57 states, I think one left to go.
My president is black, my gat is too, but I don't give a fuck about red, white, or blue. So much pain, so much blood. Remember in Tennessee, King caught that slug? Blacks being patriotic, that's a motherfucking joke. Our peoples came here on the bottom of a boat. You say the land of the free, the home of the brave, that's a goddamn lie. If the people had slaves. Nigga, Gaza Smith.
Brother Askia Sabor was heinously beaten by the 19th District Police officers over nothing. He did absolutely nothing. He was ordering his food and the cops approached him, asked him for his ID. He didn't have his ID, and then they beat him down.
And, you know, they pressed charges against him saying that, you know, deadly assault, he was assaulting cops, resisting arrest, all these things. And a lot of those things were struck down. By the will of the people, by the large movement and the support that people were calling for truth. And so in court, they tried to sever the case that he had with his cousin, who was organizing. Her name was Tanya Yates, and she was organizing around her cousin. They came into her house, around her cousin's case, they came into her house, attacked her. She was beaten, you know, in front of her mom and her kids. You know, they tried to sever the case, and the thing that stuck out to me the most was the judge. He was more focused on clearing out his courtroom, you know, than actually hearing cases out. Doesn't matter whether they're guilty, they hand out sentences, whatever, how many people they can get in and out of their courtroom.
Police brutality, police misconduct here in the city, it's a very real thing. It is not just physically, it's in the court systems as well. It's in the court systems as well.
Kid Patrick always made racist statements, nigger. So, you know, they always fought him. The white boy said to him, you live with monkeys, you die with monkeys.
Wow.
So that's what made my brother, you know, they them fight. Okay. They had a fist fight, it was one-on-one. Derek Dominique Dennis, he broke the white boy's jaw. He went to court last month, and they kept him. Now, if they just was fighting one-on-one, now the white boy, Patrick, he doesn't want to press charges anymore. He don't want to press charges. Why did they rearrest Derek after they let him go? You understand what I'm saying? That's not fair. So why is he locked up?
The court system, the prison system, any system of justice, it really serves a small amount of people and doesn't serve society at large.
The American justice system do not work. It's a racist system.
Racist? Please. Racist than a motherfucker, man. Judges taking shit, extort motherfuckers, they getting paid all the money in the world. We ain't getting shit. Got a lot of white friends, you know what I'm saying? That's alright. They don't think like that.
I think all the police officer and them so-called aiding, landlord, tenant, L&I, all those things need to be quitted. Death penalties, all the things, because the government has no right to do what they're doing. And another agency needs to be going is DHS, because they are liars. They falsify all the information. And you tell me what law in the land will allow people to come into court and accuse a mother of abuse or neglect or anything, and then deny her the right to have witnesses, and tell me that's justice?
What else I think about the court system is, They need to get everybody a court-appointed lawyer because the public defender and the DA eat lunch together. How you gonna eat lunch with your enemy? Everybody working together, and 70% of our revenue here in Philadelphia comes from state roads. So you tell me why everybody in jail.
The purpose of government is to protect and support its citizens, not bring them to doomsday.
This corruption of the court system overflows and influences the local process of the city council.
Drop program is unfortunate. Drop program is not necessary. The drop program is bankrupt. It's criminal. It's criminal activity. The reason why it's such a struggle is because it's not like they're retiring and staying in retirement and getting these packages. What they're doing is they're claiming it and then going right back into city council where they're completely. We know city council, they're very inefficient, they don't get anything done.
Drop it like
it's hot, drop it like it's hot.
The drop program.
The Deferred Retirement Option Plan.
DROP is the city's controversial deferred retirement plan, much maligned now as an expensive money loser for a broke city. The report claims DROP will cost only $100 million over 11 years. Mayor Nutter earlier attacked DROP with a study claiming the price tag for taxpayers will be $258 million over the same period. DROP allows city employees eligible for retirement to collect both a salary and a pension for up to 4 years after joining the program. The pension payments go into an escrow account, earning 4.5% interest payable to the employee in a lump sum when he or she leaves the city payroll, allowing them to return to the payroll after collecting that retirement windfall.
Yeah, I know about that fucking drop program. Y'all probably think I don't read it, but I read all the fine print, motherfucker. Y'all stealing all our fucking money, sheriffs, everybody, all in cahoots, grinding us the fuck up, raising soda taxes and whatnot, stealing from us, and we ain't got shit in the first place. God damn. It's all y'all fault. Y'all did this shit. We ain't did nothing. Niggas is just surviving in the motherfucking habitat.
What I'm mad about is that the mayor took $200 million out of our pension fund and messed it up. That they don't want to put back because they lent it out to their buddies. They defaulted on $200 million. The money they lent them damn casinos out of that pension fund that they can't get back. All they want to do is hurt the little people.
It is my sincere hope that before long that is an issue that we will be addressing.
What, you a union worker? What, you think you're safe? Guess what happened if the union ain't feeling you? Guess what happened, baby? They get you the fuck up out of there. They'll make some shit up. Trust me, I know. Trust me, it's real out here.
City council is dead. You know what I mean? Like the laws that's going on to determine if we're right, if we're wrong, are clearly not in the best interest of the people. It's not. All they care about is money. The system is set up to make money off of the people.
I think this country was built on gangs. You know, I think this country still is run on gangs. Republicans, Democrats, the police department, the FBI, the CIA, those are gangs.
And let me just share this with you. We got the biggest, baddest gang in town. We got the biggest, baddest gang in town.
Members of Philadelphia City Council receive salaries between $120,000 and $150,000 a year. This does not include drop program checks.
Michael Nutter, the mayor of Philadelphia, receives a salary of $167,440 a year.
We got the biggest, baddest gang in town.
Charles Ramsey, the police commissioner of Philadelphia, receives a salary of $255,000 a year.
We got the biggest, baddest gang in town.
Charles Ramsey's salary is equal to the salaries of 8 teachers in Philadelphia.
Biggest, baddest gang in town.
The corruption of the judicial system from city to state to federal supports the racist war on drugs.
How did the drugs get over here into the United States? Hello, because as far as I know, we supposed to be so much of the minority. We don't have no damn ships. We don't have no jets.
Of course they bring it over. They bring it over. They give it to they little CIs, they big international CIs, and they ship them across the world. And when they run out of seats in jail, they use their CIs to get the small people. That's why when the feds come get you, they get a triangle.
There's the little piece of the triangle, then there's the big piece of the triangle. And that's why there's always a question mark on the triangle. Because that question mark will never be revealed because he'll be used in another state, another country, on another operation. First I want to lay some stuff on you about how corrupt the system is. They talking about cocaine. Cocaine got to come over here from somewhere. It don't grow here. It had to come through the airports, it had to come through some of these ships. It's allowed in. It's allowed in. You got to realize that. Ain't no cocaine. Cocaine is grown in Colombia, Peru, Chile, places like that. So apparently, they letting it come in.
We all know no drug could get in the United States without somebody letting them in. We all know no black man don't bring it here.
The white man bring it in here. He the one had all the money. He one started. Bring everything in there from different countries and shit. Bringing them what drugs was.
We must wage what I have called total war against public enemy number one. Public enemy number one in the United States is drug abuse.
We're running up a battle flag. We can fight the drug problem and we can win.
Drugs are menacing our society.
This is crack, rock cocaine.
This is crack cocaine.
When we fight against drugs, we fight for the souls of our fellow Americans.
Say no to drugs.
Just say no.
The enemy, illegal drugs.
The war on drugs.
85% of those affected by this are African Americans.
In the past 10 years, arrests have gone up nearly 50%. But the number of users and the supply of drugs has stayed about the same.
But the drug industry is a money-making industry. United States, they got this so-called war on drugs. We know that means war on the black community. There's no such thing as a war on drugs because the whole goddamn economy is built off of drugs. Every time we as black people have tried to start something, the government has tore it down. Just like talking about the Panthers when we had our own community programs, the government couldn't stand that we wasn't using a program, so they invented, before Heron, they invented Coattail Pro, where they started all this bullshit between the organizations, like, oh, I don't like her, I don't like him. They started these things inside of our community. Then that's how they executed all the black men and black women inside the black liberation movement. And then they started this crack cocaine epidemic, where they made up this thing as crack babies. And the thing about it is that crack babies wasn't even a realistic thing in the black neighborhood. That shit was affecting white people more than black people.
See, that's what they didn't bargain on.
Yeah,
they didn't bank on that part.
And we got to expose that.
Equal opportunity employer crack is.
Them sitting up there arresting niggas in the neighborhood ain't addressing the drug problem, or is it preventing the drug from being here?
That crack epidemic really took out a lot of people. That was the downfall of the unity in the black community. Right after the Black Panther Party, they hit us with the crack. We all know we didn't plant these drugs in our community. We all know where these drugs come from. We all know these cops are dirty. Like, we know this. We know this. This has been going on for years.
When I was mayor, this city worked. We got the job done. We made some mistakes. Sometimes I said things I wish I hadn't.
This police department in Philadelphia could invade Cuba and win. We are now trained and equipped to fight wars.
I regret I didn't have the opportunity to further my education, but we were proud of our city. Today, I'm concerned with what's happening to Philadelphia. You've been telling me what's bothering you, and I hear you. How long do you think I would put up with this?
Frank Rizzo, leadership, concern, performance.
Yo, the war on drugs adds corruption to the already corrupt police force.
Philadelphia has some of the worst cops throughout the entire country.
Another Philadelphia cop busted on corruption charges.
3 police officers from Philadelphia are in federal custody.
5 Philadelphia police officers are in trouble with the department tonight.
A former Philadelphia police officer is going to prison for 15 years.
3 Philadelphia police officers are in federal custody tonight.
Charges of racism.
A West Philadelphia homeowner shot by a police officer. This is the latest in a string of police corruption cases that are expected to continue through the year.
Lady Gonzalez recalls how narcotics officer Thomas Tolstoy groped her during a December 2007 raid of her Kensington home.
I had a blue jacket on. He just unzippered it and just pulled my
my bra up and just started fondling my breast. So at this time I'm thinking, he's gonna rape me. He's gonna rape me. There's no one here. I'm alone. I'm only female. There's all these male cops. They're upstairs. I'm gonna be raped. I keep thinking he's gonna come back, and just the thought of knowing that he's still in the street scares me.
It's recording. I'm recording Squally.
Me and Squally, like.
Yeah, they drawn, you know. We watching y'all like y'all watching us.
If they ever.
They watching us? Yeah. We can watch too.
If we ever say fuck Squally, that mean the cops don't think we're talking about it. Put the camera in.
Yeah, man, that's Squally. They be drawn. Fuck them. I mean, they just trying to get a nigga down. Yo, fuck you, man. We're going home tonight, man. Come on, man.
This shit is real out here. It's 2012. Get your fucking mind right. You boy Japan? Yo, these motherfucking cops, man, they out here, they lurking. Y'all already know the story. I'm pretty sure plenty of y'all can relate to. It is real. It's out here. Keep your mind wise and get down what's real. Hip-hop, we out here all day, every day.
The greedy cops, pigs eat slop. They harass everybody on the block. Then we have to go punch in the time clock. Get treated like livestock. Then they be like, fuck it, give them coke and rock. Keep the whole nation full of junkies. Put dope in their veins. It's dangerous living in the street. Trying to make ends meet. 2 jobs, always on your fucking feet.
Hey yo, I teaspoon the hottest sauce. I'm lost with the ground scorching. Cops look around for faces on the wanted posters, wanted by the law for something that wasn't called for. In love with the struggle fell in love with me. At the same seats as the ones who came before me. Sioux tribe, the new breed, your hardest can pretend to be when these wolves come to eat. Blacker than the newest street with steam rise from summer heat. Young killers and wild freaks, rookie cops walk the beat, scared to death of these. Young black eyes filled with hunger, pain, and grief. I see them brighter than the whitest teeth, money green, funny fiends. I have you geeking for a bit of change with no shame. Roll stems out the chinks, so bony off that shit they only got one cheek with a dimple that resembled the crescent. Still alive by a blessing, broke as fuck without stressing. Love your life, shit, I guess that's the lesson. Kick out the gangs in blue, they coming for you, they coming for you. Hey yo, kick out the gangs in blue, they coming for you, they coming for you.
They book us for selling drugs, and they the ones who give us the shit. And then we get fried for this shit. We get locked up. Motherfuckers get booked for a couple rocks, and they planting the shit too. How the fuck is you supposed to win? You can't have it, and if you don't got it, they might say you had this shit anyway. God damn.
Listen, man, we just got pulled over all of a sudden. 20 shirts. Didn't find nothing. They chased straight threw me out on the ground. You know what I'm saying? They real. Yo, they pay real dirty out here. Fuck the law. Fuck them. Shit. All about this paper, like, man, like, they can't stop the money, like, we can't stop the money, like, we can't stop that. Sit out here. Sit out here. We ain't going nowhere.
Freshville, you know, BTW, about that work.
We ain't going nowhere. Still here.
Cops, man, them niggas nuts for real, man. None of that. Without that badge, they not shit. Without that badge, they not shit. Nut ass cop around here, Linwell. Nut ass cop. Always wanna fuck with somebody. The government providing all this for us. All the crack, everything, the drugs, all this, they provide everything. But then they want us to not sell drugs when y'all putting it out there for us to sell.
They're no good. You know, they'll set you up. They'll lie. They do put drugs on you. They do put drugs on you. They do. I know this for a fact.
I realized that a lot of young African-American men are locked up over petty crime, and in most cases, over no crime, just locked up.
It's hard for us women, you know what I'm saying, to be out here and try to make it as a family, and how they got this economy going where it takes 2 people in order to keep a house and to run stuff and just to have a normal house. But we can't do that because they locking all our men up for unjustifiable reasons, okay? Then, if they not locking them up, they shooting them. And if they not doing it, they got, what, the mob or whoever the Caucasians is, the Freemasons, whatever you want to call them, transporting stuff over here from Cuba, whatever they doing. How long do we got to go through all this stuff for pain and poverty and all this stuff? Like, how long?
Our men are in jails, and now they're shipping our men
to Wisconsin in prison. So now they don't get no visits from family members. So it's easy for them to brutalize our men when they're far away because they don't have nobody coming checking up on them. Nobody sees them, right? Right. What we as women, because women usually hold things together when the men can't, then crack came in, then the women started losing Isaiah and all that stuff. But this crack epidemic, it set us back. It set us so far back. I'm serious. It set us so far back to now we got a whole generation with no fathers.
That affects our fathers, that affects brotherhoods in our community, that affects that male presence that we need here in the community.
See, now come on here, a different hustle. They had numbers, cut the crack game, car game, the hustle. But today, you only got one hustle, drugs. And you can only go 3 places, the graveyard, penitentiary, or to the hospital. Because if you sell drugs, somebody gonna try to stick you up sooner or later. And you guys wind up killing somebody.
This that everyday hood life, living in the nightmare, dreaming about the good life. Judge giving niggas telephone numbers. Triple shot for you with my styrofoam brother. Older brother locked up, nigga shot, he shot down. Your man selling fish scale to your pop now. He know it's wrong, but a nigga need guap now. Shit real when your right hand turn rat. It hurt your heart, but you know you gotta turn your back. College dream shattered when he got locked up. Came home, put a wiggy, got mopped up. Couple weeks later, niggas snatch just popped up. Funny minute bag, weeks later chopped up. That's the way it goes down in the hood. Niggas bound to throw rounds at the clowns in the hood. My little nigga booze with bananas with them hammers. Ran up in them stores, he didn't care about them cameras. Look, my niggas rocking like the black mob now. Shit, I'm packing, nigga, lay your whole flash mob down. Look, I'm about to know it's all niggas getting rained on. 40 days, 40 nights, that's a flame storm. If you gonna talk it, why the fuck you got a chain on? Got my goons watching like the motherfucking game on. Flame on, 30 to the head, that's a brainstorm. Lead the city from Miami, get my King James on. I'm from the bottom of the valley where these bodies dropping. Niggas getting booked now, ain't no Johnny Cochrans. My little cousin still wills, he be Johnny shopping. I lock, pop, and snap where they have his body rocking.
When Kennedy went and he was talking to the UN in the Cold War, what the other nations said? How dare you come and tell us how we treat our people when you treat your very own people and citizens like they're not, like animals, right?
The system will demoralize you. The system will make you feel like you don't have no power, you don't have no substance to go against their system, but in fact you do, because without us, without the people, they will have no system. They will have no power and no ability to make money. You know, we can't depend on the courts to give us justice. We can't depend on the police officers to give us justice. All we can depend on is ourselves. All we got is each other out here in these streets. All we got is each other out here in these schools. All we got is each other out here in these neighborhoods.
Rest in peace, Wade.
Man, he was a good guy, man. Like, for people that knew him or didn't know him, just know he was a good nigga, man. That nigga helped me out when I was down, like, and he got me where I was supposed to be, like, and he's a good nigga, man.
Listen, man, you know the boy Ice from the Ville. We down the Ville on Wiley Street right now.
Wiley?
You know what I mean?
On Wiley?
Yo, rest in peace to Weed. Like, we out here.
Knocking the fuck. We out here on Wiley. Fuck Wiley.
Yeah, today is birthday and shit, like, I mean, I ain't got too much to say.
We just lose somebody, the whole world lost somebody like that.
That's right.
Rest in peace, Woody.
Most try to ignore the war ain't on foreign shores, man. It's knocking at your front door. Rich is getting richer while the poor gets poor. I relate to the core. That's why I most relate to your ball. Sure, I could have focused on bras on this track, popping bottles, closed jewels, and cars on this track. But what about them young boys lost on the steps with nowhere to go, plus the laws on his back? Tell them, listen up, youngin', keep your mind on tack. Tomorrow's not promised, so promise yourself that you can make it if you try without the guns and the crack. Don't get caught up in the lines between the lies lies that they spit, cause when the hard times come, they'll be gone with the wind, and you'll be left standing there, coughing stiff.
So what are you gonna do about it? What do you suggest we do for a better future?
So what
are you gonna do about it?
The people gotta start being the courts themselves. And what I would like to encourage everybody to do is to take things in your own hands, man. This is your life. We have to start a system inside the community of community courts. I'm talking about people's courts. Let the neighborhood be the jury. You take the jury, you send them up over there, y'all said y'all the jury. You go get the old heads. You go select the old heads, pick an odd number. You bring the old heads and you sit them down. You let them listen. You let one side talk. You let the other side talk. Allow for some cross-examining among the people. And allow for everybody to get it out. Then allow for the jury and allow for the judges as a whole to make the decision. And then make that decision that we come up with binding on us.
It's gonna have to be like everybody stand up, like the whole, I would have to say the whole city had to stand up. Because it's like the corruption, man, the corruption run deep as shit, man. Like if everybody don't stand together, it's never gonna change. If they ain't feeling this shit, something ain't right, we marching. I'll march. I'll tell these motherfuckers what's going on. I don't care. Fuck that. You can assassinate me. You see this? You see this right here? This is mine. It's 8 years old and I got to feed it. Y'all want to take shit from us?
What's up?
How we can defend ourselves and help ourselves with this shit, man. On the real, it's like hitting the law books. I ain't gonna hold you. I used to say fuck them all together, but see, it's not like that because we in this shit, you know what I'm saying? So, got to kind of know what you're doing because, you know, they got some complex shit out here, but it's all bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But you still got to know what the bullshit is and say something about it. If not, yeah, you know good. What, you gonna fight them? Nah, get in there, learn your law. Let me tell you something. There's families out here who have been wronged, that have learned the system, maybe filed a civil suit, class action. Big money's involved, so you put motherfuckers on their heels, getting them pockets.
A lot of these ratting ass niggas out here, you mean? Just ratting like that shit cool, you mean? Judges all on y'all head, drawn. Just chill, probation, all that shit that gotta do with the system, that shit is dead, that shit corny, like you get nothing out of it, you mean? So just play your part, chill, fall back. It's quality, live from the Ville.
We come up with our own party, our own political party, the Hip Hop Party for the People, which is challenging the Democratic and Republican parties to come up with our own, but one that's for the community, one that's for the people, for our children, for our mothers, for our fathers, for our elders. We say hip hop party for the people because hip hop is the people, but the people's voice is what will make the changes. So we need you to get down, to you get involved, to build with your neighbor from block to block, neighborhood to neighborhood, community to community, and come up with collective ways of how we can make our city better, because city council's not going to do it, the Philadelphia Police Department's not going to do it, and the court systems is not going to serve justice. We determine the justice.
The justice that you think that you're looking for, the justice that you're asking from these cops who've been killing us for a long time, has been occupying us for a long time. The same justice that you ask for from these judges that sit on benches that dispense no justice. That justice that you're looking for is inside of you, and that justice that you're looking for is sitting right next to you. That justice that you're looking for is upstairs asleep right now. Come home at 3 o'clock is next door. The justice that you're looking for is right outside, man. Go outside and take about 10 steps, man, to the left, or 10 steps to the right, or go around the corner and tell me what you see. That's your justice right there.
But I'm damn sure not opposed to guns when we got to come defend our community.
Oh, not at all. Oh, not at all.
Black Panthers, they started using guns. And I applaud Huey Newton and Malcolm X and everybody who called for violence against the oppressor. Because we have to fight the oppressor.
Oh, yeah. Wherever there's oppression, there's always going to be resistance.
I think that what we need to do as a community is start taking control back of our community. You know, I understand it's always going to be drug dealing. I understand it's always going to be violence, but we just need to regulate it so that we can at least have like a peaceful zone where we can all be cool, you know, or else we're going to all die. We're going to all be destroyed. Be security in your own neighborhood. You know what I mean? If we so strong as gangs and as as hustlers and as G's and as thugs or whatever, it should be no rapes, there should be no violence, there should be no gunshots in our community unless we the ones sparking it, unless we doing that to somebody that's trying to infiltrate or break down our community. You know what I mean? All this money that we make in the streets, we should bring it back and turn it back into the community. We need to have block parties again. We need to have leagues, you know, summer leagues and football teams and basketball teams. We need to start taking care of our own. That's how it can be positive.
You shut your mouth, sir. Next time I'm going to have you gagged.
The reason why we want community gardens, the reason why we want programs for our youth, the reason why we want more jobs, the reason why we want more block parties, music, on all these things is because we love each other. We love ourselves and we love our community.
Remember when Huey and them started the Panthers? Yeah. Our own schools, own shoe program, own breakfast food programs.
Let's see how they did that, because that thing was successful for a minute.
Yeah.
And that's when they introduced heroin into the community. Like, once again, it goes back to self-respect. When you respect yourself, it's easier for you to respect other people.
Right.
It's easier for you to love other people.
Listen, all you have to do is to make things better. Concentrate on one another. Don't hate me because I'm black. Don't hate me because he's a Puerto Rican. Don't hate him because he's Irish. Don't hate me because he's a... And you got it made. That's what I mean?
Know how to talk to a person. When the person is ignorant, you don't use his ignorance. You use your intelligence.
And there's some of us out here that's not stuck on drugs and not into that type of stuff and still have a mind frame and still have a career and a goal in life. You dig what I'm saying? And still predestined, regardless of what we're going through, to make something within ourselves for our younger generation and for the generation to come. And I'm one of them, because you're looking at me.
I'm a comrade. I believe we need to build for ourselves. A majority of the systems that are within American society, they don't serve the people. And we need to internally be able to provide our own justice and have our own courts and have our own people's courts, have our own judges. Why should we let somebody else pass judgment on us that doesn't know me, my family, or anything in my situation?
And once we start making our communities and our values and the thing that we do sacred, unviolatable, once we start holding ourselves down, it's really going beyond, man. It's really going beyond, because that's the root right there of a whole new system, you know what I'm saying? Value family, protect each other, free the hood.
They want to fuck with him, you know what I'm saying?
I had my baby mom said.
See him fucking with him? I mean, want to fuck with all the good niggas in the hood, all the real niggas. I mean, go fuck with these phony ass niggas that don't put in no work.
Videotape me or something?
Oh, ooh, really?
No, you go ahead. Am I entertainment for you or something? Okay, well I don't want to be on your movie, so why don't you turn it off and get off the corner? Like I asked you before, there's going to be videotape that I'm out here telling you to get off the corner, okay? And then we're going to have to do what we have to do to get you off the corner, all right? There's signs all posted, so why don't you videotape them? Okay, so that'll go against the case against you for being out here. All right, you're out here loitering, forming a crowd, playing the music. You got to get off the corner. All right, so that's all on tape, because we'll do this by the book. All right? You have an ID too, sir? No, man, we out.
You ask me, you know, whether I approve of violence. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense at all. Whether I approve of guns. I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama. Some very, very good friends of mine were killed by bombs that were planted by racists. I remember from the time I was very small, I remember the sounds of bombs exploding across the street, our house shaking. I remember my father having to have guns at his disposal at all times because of the fact that at any moment we might expect to be attacked. The man who was at that time in complete control of the city government, his name was Bull Connor, would often get on the radio and make statements like, niggas have moved into a white neighborhood, we better expect some bloodshed tonight. And sure enough, there would be bloodshed. After the 4 young girls who lived, one of them lived next door to me. I was very good friends with the sister of another one. My sister was very good friends with all 3 of them. My mother taught one of them in her class. My mother, in fact, when the bombing occurred, one of the mothers of one of the young girls called my mother and said, can you take me down to the church to pick up Carol? We heard about the bombing, and I don't have my car. And they went down, and what did they find? They found limbs and heads strewn all over the place. And then after that, in my neighborhood, all the men organized themselves into an armed patrol. They had to take their guns and patrol our community every night because they did not want that to happen again. I mean, that's why when someone asks me about violence, I just find it incredible. Because what it means is that the person who's asking that question has absolutely no idea what black people have gone through, what black people have experienced in this country since the time the first black person was kidnapped from the shores of Africa.